And what's happening, guys? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you once again for another live review for SmackDown Live. This is my second SmackDown Live review ever. And again, I'm sorry this is coming a little bit late. You know, I had some other priorities last night I had to take care of, so I was able to watch SmackDown today once I got settled in after work. And I am ready to review this very exciting edition of SmackDown Live. This was a great show. Had a couple little things that were like, okay, but other than that, everything was just great. This is what Team Blue was feeling like before the Superstar shakeup, and I'm hoping it keeps going. Hopefully, just that Battleground pay-per-view is just a way, just a little, setback, and it was set up for a big-time comeback, as hopefully SmackDown Live is back on track. So let's get started with the August 1st edition of SmackDown Live. It took place in Cleveland, Ohio last night, and yes, clap for ya, busted up tag champs. We'll get to that promo in a little bit. So we kicked off with a solid match, not a promo, WWE usually likes to start off with a promo. We start off with a match, the United States Championship match between Kevin Owens and AJ Styles. Much better match than they had at Battleground. They had a good match last week in the triple threat match involving Chris Jericho as well, but this was, I'm not sure. Maybe by far they're one of the better matches. I mean, I'm not sure if this one or Backlash was better, in my honest opinion, but this was a really good match between these two. And it went back and forth for a while, as I said, but then the ending was a little screwy. Kevin Owens had accidentally punched referee Mike Chioda in the eye after AJ Styles got out of the way and missed it. But then he was able to, recover, and he still had a sealed eye shut, and he had made a very bad call as AJ Styles was pinning Kevin Owens. Owens' shoulders were up, but Chioda kept the count going and did a 3 count. AJ Styles retained the championship. Afterwards, Kevin Owens was irate. He was pissed off, and he starts throwing chairs. He starts like this. This is the Kevin Owens, you don't want to mess with me. I want to do whatever it takes to get my title back. He went to the back and he started yelling at Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. And I really thought that this segment was going to set up a a Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens match at SummerSlam. And then I think Owens even put his hands on Mike Chioda, yelling at him for making the bad call. I thought that it was going to cause Shane to try to intervene, and Owens and Shane would start going at it a little bit, not just face to face, but with fists. But yeah, and then you're supposed to tell Owens, you gotta calm down. Yes, it was a bad call, but the call stands. But since that happened, we'll give you one more chance, one more rematch at SummerSlam against AJ Styles for the United States Championship. And then Owens is saying, I want a good referee. A referee doesn't suck at his job, has 2 good eyes, this, and that. And then Daniel's like, you want to know who that is? And then he picked Shane. So Shane accepted, and we're getting another match between Kevin Owens and AJ Styles at SummerSlam. I know some people are a little bit mixed about them fighting again because they have had a lot of matches. Let me see. They fought at Backlash, the Madison Square Garden match, but it doesn't really count because, it wasn't live. Battleground, last week we had them fight in the triple threat, and then this week, and now we're having them fight for a 5th or 6th time at SummerSlam. But I think for the most part, we've gotten good matches out of them. The match at Backlash was good. The match at Battleground, it was okay, but it was definitely not their best match. I did expect more from them at Battleground. And, last week's triple threat was good. And this match was pretty good as well. So, they've had good matches. So, hopefully they're going to go all out in this match at SummerSlam. And anybody who's watching or comments in the live chat or comments, if they would add a stipulation just besides Shane, would you want to know a stipulation besides Shane McMahon being the special guest referee? I feel like that just Shane being the special guest referee won't change too much of the difference in the match. I know it's probably going to help for a long-term build between for matches between Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon down the road. But I feel like if this is going to be the 6th time they're going to fight, besides Shane being a special guest referee, I feel like they could add maybe one more stipulation to it. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the live chat as well. And then we move on to to the Usos, which at first sounded like the New Day were coming out, but then the Usos erupted and just like pretty much just about to just make fun of their theme song. But then the Usos came out and they added a little bit of rap to their theme music, which I really thought it was pretty cool. And the Usos came out and they just ripped and just bragged about how their beatdown on the New Day last week, pretty much just saying, hey, we're not done with them. We're just following up for what happened last week after the beatdown. So we're still going to be getting the rematch between the New Day and just the Usos. It's going to expand out as of now. So like any other tag teams be involved in their match at SummerSlam, which I'm completely fine with that. Just give it a stipulation. I'm thinking maybe a ladder match, TLC match, something fancy between these two teams. These two teams with a good stipulation can put on a really good tag match at SummerSlam, in my honest opinion. And then we didn't have the Fashion Files. Well, it was a parody of the Fashion Peaks. Pretty much Fandango has gone missing, so Tyler Breeze is on the hunt to try to find him after they're attacking their office at Battleground. It's the first time we've actually seen them since Battleground. And then I guess Breeze falls asleep, has this dream that Fandango's dancing, and then the Ascension come in with pour some syrup on him or something like that. It was really goofy, really weird. But again, it was a parody to Twin Peaks, and I thought it was still pretty cool. Tyler Breeze wakes up, but then he says, he knows now who was the one who kidnapped Fandango. And of course, once again, we get to be continued. In the live chat, Robbie says Styles and Owens should be 2 out of 3 falls. Yes, I will take that. And New Day and Usos should be a Brooklyn street fight. Anything with any good weapons will work between these two teams. So I'm all for a Brooklyn street fight. Either way, good picks, Robbie. But yeah. Anyways, getting back to the Fashion Peaks. Another good segment. I think a lot of people, especially myself, are starting to lean towards the fact that maybe the mystery attackers who have been trashing the Fashion Police's office could possibly be Eric Rowan and Luke Harper teaming back up together. I think like he ruled most of the tag teams out. Also, it's going to be a debut of some new tag team. We'll have to wait and see. But in my honest opinion, if it's Harper and Rowan, I'll be like, meh, okay about it, because they broke up the Wyatt family enough already. They've done it. The first time they did it didn't work out. They pretty much just broke them up, gave Luke Harper a brief Intercontinental title run. And this time it's pretty much the same thing, except the roles are reversed. Luke Harper's the face, Eric Rowan's the heel. So I don't really have much interest in seeing Harper and Rowan team up again. Like if they want to make it work, they're going to have to really do something about it. But I do think if SmackDown Live continues to get back on track to where it was, hopefully we will actually get something good out of Luke Harper and Eric Rowan getting back together and being a tag team once again, and probably eventually going after the tag titles. Them two in the Wide family, if it booked right, that could be a solid feud. I mean, the New Day and Eric Rowan and Luke Harper fighting each other. I mean, they were part of the match. Well, Harper wasn't, but what's his face? Oh yeah, Eric Rowan was part of that 6-man tag match that New Day and the Y family had last year's Battleground, and that was a really solid match. So I'm saying that if Rowan and Harper and New Day could go at it again, hope maybe give Harper and Rowan tag title goal. But we'll see what happens with that. We then have Aiden English defeating Sami Zayn by a pinfall. All right match, nothing really too special about it. Aiden English has been picking up some big wins lately. He got a win over Sami Zayn last night. He got a win over Ty Dillinger at the Battleground pay-per-view. He also got a screwy finish win over Randy Orton a few weeks ago. So it looks like they're starting to give some momentum to Aiden English, and I'm interested to see what happens. So we'll see what happens going forward. Sami Zayn will be all right. The more him losing is still going to be able to keep him in his underdog role and eventually win the championship. But after the match, Mike and Maria Kanellis come out and pretty much making fun of Sami Zayn for losing. So I guess the feud's continuing, whatever. It's an okay feud, but nothing really staying out, but all right for what it was. And then we had a women's tag match. It was Becky Lynch and Naomi versus Natalya and Carmella. Another decent tag match. You know, we've seen a lot of these women's tag matches, but I do like in this match how, you know, even though Carmella was teamed up with Natalya, Carmella even tagged herself into the match a few times, and she's still like just boldly showing, hey, I'm still around here, guys. You just gotta look out because, you know, I can cash in on any one of you at SummerSlam. And I think at this point, Ellsworth is due back soon. I think Carmella is going to cash in at SummerSlam or something around there. I mean, I'm interested in seeing where this feud with Natalya and Naomi goes for SummerSlam. But I mean, I don't think they're going to make it like too astronomical because there's going to have a better feud between Naomi and Carmella once Carmella cashes in, hopefully becomes the next SmackDown Live Women's Champion. And yeah, I can't remember if Naomi put the submission, her Fuel to Glow submission on Natalya or Carmella, but that's how they picked up the victory. The face team picked up the victory here in this match. Moving on, Renee Young is then backstage talking to Jinder Mahal about his upcoming Contenders match, and he says he does not care who wins. Okay, he says he needs to be sitting out in the crowd watching this big dream match we had in our main event, John Cena versus Shinsuke Nakamura. But we'll get to that shortly. We then have another, actually the second best match of the night, a really good match, and it shows that there is a lot of singles potential in this guy who recently just got split from his tag team due to the illegitimate son storyline over on Raw. Chad Gable and Rusev. What a match this was. Like a lot of quick moves. You know, Gable got like really like, you know, pushed Rusev to the limit, and Rusev even got to, you know, show his best as well. It just shows that, you know, Rusev has the greater arsenal of being a great wrestler and could be a dominating heel champion if they would give him a shot for the WWE Championship. And then it was a 10-minute match, but he didn't like get by easily. But Rusev did win with the accolade. Afterwards, Rusev takes a mic and he says that he wants competition, that everybody's afraid of him. And he may have had lost to Cena at Battleground in a flag match, but he didn't beat me. He just put a flag on a pole, pretty much. So he says, I won competition. I won a match at SummerSlam. And out comes Randy Orton, and he pretty much accepts the challenge. And Rusev just starts talking to Randy Orton in a different language, like Russian, whatever. And then Orton just hits an RKO on Rusev. And so now it's official. We're getting Randy Orton versus Rusev at SummerSlam. Fresh match. I'm hoping it goes good. I honestly really haven't been as thrilled with Randy Orton's. Well, I was enjoying Randy Orton's current run with WWE since he returned back from his injury last year at Battleground, up until he burned the Y family compound down. After that, like that whole feud went downhill, and then his feud with Jinder Mahal was like, meh. So it's like I'm hoping that, you know, this puts Rusev over. Hopefully they have a decent match at SummerSlam, but I'm just a little bit worried just with how badly Randy Orton's been booked. Blandy Borton, as Daniel Gaiza and I call him. We'll see. I'm going to give this feud a chance. It's fresh, and I think it had to happen. So Randy Orton versus Rusev at SummerSlam in a singles match. Could be on a pre-show. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And then we get to our main event. Ooh, the main event. John Cena versus Shinsuke Nakamura. The winner faces Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. This was a good match. And I know a lot of people at first weren't happy that we're getting this match for free, and they thought it was meant to be saved for a pay-per-view. But let me tell you something. This was a good match. It was only a 15-minute match, but it was good enough to show that, hey, this was good, but there's more to come between us. And I think these two went out there, had a great fight, had great chemistry working in the ring together, a lot of near falls. And Shinsuke Nakamura also actually did kick out of the AA. And honestly, guys, do you think Cena should stop trying to use the AA as a finisher? Because how many people have kicked out of the AA now? How many? Anybody in the comment section? Nope, not now, but that's right. But yeah, so And then later in the match, Cena tried to hit 2 AAs on Nakamura. The first one he hit, but the second one he goes, and that's when the finish happened. But overall, it's a great match. It's a big surprise here. Shinsuke Nakamura escapes from the second AA about to be hit on him, and he does like a suplex. But Cena has this ugly landing on the back of his head, and seeing that, I'm like, ugh! Like I hope Cena didn't break his neck or anything, or get severely injured on that. And then for like the 5th time in the match, like Nakamura kept trying to get ready for it. He was right in the corner, and he struck Cena with the Kinshasa knee strike. 1, 2, 3. Shinsuke Nakamura defeats John Cena clean in a great 15-minute match on SmackDown Live. I was shocked. I went nuts. I'm like, holy crap, he actually won clean. Because like a lot of us were worried that Nakamura would get the loss, Cena would win, face Mahal. But no, we're not going to be getting John Cena and Jinder Mahal at SummerSlam. We're going to be getting Shinsuke Nakamura and Jinder Mahal. And after the match, I believe this was off the air though. After the match though, it seems that Baron Corbin and Nakamura still have unfinished business, as Corbin came into the ring and started assaulting Nakamura. Cena came back in, who after the match also did show respect, shook his hand, raised his arm, saying, good job, you deserve this, as Cena usually does. Raised his arm, and but he comes back in and pretty much saves Nakamura, and sorry, I lost train of thought. But then him and Corbin would fight outside the ring, and then Cena would eventually hit Corbin with an AA through the table. Again, shake Nakamura's hand, raise his arm. That's how we go off the show. Very solid show tonight. Let me see here. I want to go back in time on my Twitter before I read my polls for this week's episode of SmackDown. I think last week I posted a poll. Here it is. If I mentioned it last week on my SmackDown Live review, I'm sorry for being repetitive. But last week I had 14 votes on the poll of who will win next week's match between John Cena and Shinsuke Nakamura. 57% said Nakamura, 43% said John Cena. So we were right, guys. Shinsuke Nakamura won clean. And then for the overall grades on the polls for this week for SmackDown Live, I have had 17 votes so far. Nobody said C or D. 35% said B. 65% said A. A lot of people love this show, and again, I did too. I'll give you my grade in a second. And we have 16 votes for which WWE show did you enjoy more, Raw or SmackDown Live this week? And to no surprise, 13% said Raw, 87% said SmackDown Live. 16 votes. So, yep, solid show from the Blue Brand. I'm glad SmackDown Live is finally getting back on track. Hopefully this keeps up leading to SummerSlam. We had a lot of matches made clear this week, is obvious. And if I give my overall grade for the show, I'm going to give it a really, really solid B+. I was going to give it an A-. The Aiden English and Sami Zayn match was okay, and then so was a tag match. So didn't quite get me over the hump, but a 88, 89% B+. Really solid show from the Blue Brand. So that is it, guys. What was your thoughts on SmackDown Live this week? Leave your thoughts in the comments section. Leave your grades as well. Please remember to click that like and subscribe button for more content coming to this channel. Possibly later on tonight, I will be live again for my NXT review. And please make sure to follow me on Twitter at TheManAirboy93 and to stay tuned for more content coming to my channel as well. So that is it, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you all later.